Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aha! Once again, I am correct. I have to make this video unless I will keep getting all of these requests and all this stuff flying into the emails today talking about Dana White's situation and how his shares are going to be reduced, as I basically told everyone before they phase him out. Yeah, rest in peace to. Well, I'm glad you got your notification. No audio. Why you don't have audio? So I know y'all can. It's just that we're gonna have a lot of haters. They don't want to hear it. See, the problem is we told you this was gonna happen. We told you all of this was gonna happen. It's not clickbait, it's true. Al Haymon owns the UFC. Under y'all noses. We told you it was gonna happen. We told you it was gonna happen. Wait, what about Dana? Dana White, he don't run the UFC. He never did own it. The Furtadas own it. And then they been sold. Renzo somewhere in France. I knew when it was happening. I told you when they sold the UFC what happened. And I told you what was going to happen to Dana White. They paid him a percentage because he has to be the face of the UFC. See, I'm going to show you what happened. When Al Haymon came into boxing, he knew how he could take over the whole business and how he could structure it. And he structured the way he structured boxing and got it all organized to where it's on back on regular television. He basically eliminated pay-per-view. You getting out before, remember how much money you were spending on pay-per-views? You were spending like all this money on pay-per-view. He went and organized it like the entertainment business. Now you got investment firms like Live Nation invest in hedge funds into like live concerts and all this stuff. So he got billions of dollars in hedge funds firms to invest in his projects, like the PBC, where he put all this money into it. The people was like, well, it's losing money, this and that. Nobody cares. We getting to see what we wanted. We wanted fights on television. Now they had to reduce the prices to something reasonable. Fighters were getting paid like unbelievable amounts of money. And when it first came around, that's when people were like, I want to go to PBC. I want to go over there. They paying. So people were running over to Al Haymon. Because you don't see anybody trying to sue Al. None of the fighters. They get their money with Al. So Al will pay you. He don't care. Al has money. Believe me, lots of it. So Al comes around, and here comes the other people. They're all running up to Al Haymon. So Al, once he had boxing under control, he says, well, I have all the champions. I got all the divisions. I got the PBC. I have this and that. Now, what about this UFC? I think the owners are trying to sell to get out. They can't get any. Wow, they can't get the UFC in New York. I can make that happen. Let me buy them out. So Al Haymon proceeded to use all his clients and people that he represented under the William Morris agency. That's who he works under. WMEING. William Morris Agency. Now the William Morris Agency, which is WMEING, all of the people like LL Cool J, all of these people, they all owned minority pieces of the UFC. Which means they really weren't going to get anything. The UFC was doing this. Finna crash and burn. You see, you guys didn't know that. I'm smart enough to know better. The big draw that they had so far, everybody talking about they're killing boxing. No, they're not. Nobody who cares about the UFC unless you build the characters up. The people they were trying to develop were losing. Only thing, that's why they kept going to WWE, grabbing some WWE star, throwing them in there. CM Punk, hey! You know, it's like, it's gimmicky. And when you do that, they already was killing the UFC by going to get WWE fighters, and now they finna bring Brock Lesnar back again. So I'm like, he's finna fight John Jones. It's a whole dog and pony show. So when you don't promote your talent and you're promoting showpieces, this is how the sport gets destroyed early. And then it's going to crash and burn. So the Furtadas saw this coming. They like, we getting out. We are getting out now. So they sold and like, look, I'm done with this. I like to run my casinos where there's no stress. I ain't got to worry about nothing. We thought Dana can handle it, but Dana can't really handle it this long. They were gone. So after they left, the Furtadas are gone. Everybody left and took off. The only thing left standing was the pieces they had in place. And they said, well, Conor McGregor's the biggest thing you guys got. And you guys don't know what you're doing with him. Al Haymon came in there and they swooped up the UFC on the low. Then I came out talking about he's nothing. As far as the UFC, he's not even the best fighter they got in the UFC. And I was bashing this guy left and right, and I told you he was going to lose his next fight, and he lost his next fight just like I told you he was going to do. The bum went down in 3. I said he was going down in 3, and the bum went down in 2. So, all of a sudden, I told y'all, clear as day, I said, wait. They're not done. When they bought the UFC, I was like, Dana White is going to get phased out. Phased out. All those guys they kept around, they're going to phase them out once they get other investors. And that's what they did. So Dana White, his percentage has gotten a lot smaller. And about the next year or two, Dana White will be out of the UFC business. Of course these guys do. They make videos off my name all the time. So it comes with the territory. Now that the UFC is in the hands of Al Haymon, Dana White, and see, here's the thing. I knew before Dana White did about Conor McGregor fight. He was on national TV talking about I got a chance to play in the NBA. Then Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather. You know why he was saying all that stuff on the shows? He didn't know. He didn't know. He did not know that it was for real. It was going on. I got the word that, hey man, this is for real. You hear that? Lorenzo Furtada is more powerful than Al Haymon. They're more powerful than Al Haymon, right? But they couldn't get a fight in New York City. Not one. How many years the UFC been in business? Over 20 years. They could not get a fight in the UFC. Al Haymon buys the UFC and they have a fight in New York City within the first 6-7 months. Don't talk if you don't know what you're talking about. You just think because the guy's name's Lorenzo Furtada and he's white, and Al Haymon's black, he's automatically got more power. See, that's the mentality of ignorant people. Al Haymon has intelligence. They have inheritance. That is that is the difference. He just didn't inherit his money. He earned his money. There's a difference to that. How would I need him to promote my page? That's stupid. Go look at my most popular videos. Go look at the top 30. If you see his name, then I'll apologize. That's dumb. I need him for my page and his fame. Oh my gosh, you guys are nuts. So, of course he does. This is Al Haymon we're talking about. Do you understand that? Now that William Morris Agency has fused their company, they are now worth $6.3 billion. Okay, the valuation last year was $5.5 billion. Okay. And this is with a Singapore wealth fund. Now, who works with wealth funds and like pension plan funds? Al Haymon does. He knows all about these equities. Now, well, he's a villain because he's black. That's the only way he's a villain. He's getting people. Shoot. Man, listen. She sit there and gave, right, exactly. You're absolutely right, Lex. Well, Leonard's learning from Al Haymon. He talks with Al all the time. He's teaching Leonard Ellerby. See, that's how Al works. He works through people. You don't see Al Haymon. Al don't come out to where you can even see him. Murph the Surf. I don't even know who that is. But I told y'all what to do if you're not getting a notification. But a $1.1 billion deal. Ronnie, you mean to tell me you didn't get a notification to come here? No, Dana White was against it because he didn't know nothing about it. Al Haymon talked to Conor McGregor, told them they sat down and had a meeting with Conor McGregor. I knew that happened. That's when he started acting different towards Dana White. Dana White has a managerial contract with Conor McGregor. That's the only way Dana White is even involved in the deal, is because Dana White is the manager of Conor McGregor. He manages all of his funds. So it's very frustrating. I told you, go to my comment section or go to my message board and put up, I'm not getting my notifications, and they should notify you. Or put your URL or whatever URL in my message. Go to my YouTube message, put it in there, and then you should be good. No. Haymon told him, he sat down with Al Haymon people, and they told him, look, we can get you some money. We're going to work on getting this fight with you. You want to fight Floyd Mayweather? They were like, yeah, I want to fight Floyd Mayweather. Cool. We're going to make that happen. But this is what you need to do. So he did everything he needed to do. He said, I'm not fighting in the UFC right now. I'm not going to do that. I'll retire. I'm not doing this. I'm not finna fight him. I'm not doing that. I'm out. Y'all not finna give me $3 million. No more. Y'all underpaying me, and I'm ready to get paid. I'm finna make some real money. He kept talking about Floyd. And Dana White's like, I don't know what's going on with Conor. I don't know what's this. I don't know what's going on and this and that. I'm going to sit down. I haven't talked to Conor. He don't know what's going on because he's been played. Thank you, Luther. Now you see the whole thing come full circle. When it was bought out, Dana White, he making out with good money. Like really big money. Dana White ain't leaving broke. He gonna be leaving rich, super rich. That he can go into managing boxing and fighters and managing other UFC fighters. Okay, now we got the troll out of there. Now we can get back to business. Now the $1.1 billion deal that got done, that was negotiated by the William Morris Agency and Silver Lake Partners. That's a private equity firm, okay? And they got a big stake in the William Morris Agency. And now that the deal is expected to close in like another week, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow them to make it possible to buy out everybody in UFC. All those minority partners in the UFC, they're going to get bought out. And some of the William Morris Agency, ING, senior management employees and investors, they're going to take a cash out deal as well as like fund further acquisitions. You know, that's what they're going to do. Now, the Canadian Pension Plan Investment Board of Governors, that's in Singapore, and all the limited partners of Silver Lake, they have previously invested $750 million into the William Morris Agency in 2 rounds. Once in 2012 and then in 2014. Okay? So all those minority owners are going to be getting bought out pretty soon. Now, last year, the William Morris Agency acquired the UFC with the Silver Lake Partners and all of that, KKR as the strategy investors, the whole nine. The deal was reported to be about $4 billion. We all remember that. Now, William Morris Agency is receiving $250 million investment from Japan's SoftBank and a $55 million from a mutual fund giant called Fidelity Management or something like that. Now, with this move done, it has Al Haymon all over it because this is what Al Haymon's group is that he works with. It's the William Morris Agency. Floyd Mayweather is a part owner of the UFC. He's a secret, quiet, silent partner of the UFC. With the William Morris Agency, he owns a minority stock. Al Haymon works through people. That's how it works. He has very powerful human beings working with him. Oh yes, he's a silent partner. Like LL Cool J own pieces of. There's 1,000 people that own pieces of the UFC. They're all gonna get bought out by this investment group, so they're all gonna make money. See, they're represented by the William Morris Agency, and their job is to make money for their clients. Now they just found a way to make money for them and give them a buyout contingency plan. It's quite genius. I feel like a baby Frank Thomas right now. But see, to the face of the public, Dana White is the president of the UFC. He's just the face. He makes his money by being the management partner of these fighters. Like, he's going to make a lot of money off Conor McGregor off the fact that he's the manager of Conor McGregor. That's why Floyd went to him and was like, you're smart. You're going to make all the money, Dana. So, that's why Floyd makes a lot of money. He's going to guarantee to make about $2 million a year just for doing nothing. Just for investing in projects with Al Haymon years down the road. So that for the rest of his life, he's going to be getting paid off the equity off these deals. He's going to make at least $1 or $2 million a year for the rest of his life, basically. So if he retired, Floyd's going to make at least probably more than that. But after taxes, he probably walk around with about $2 million that he's going to get every month. That ain't bad. So I wish somebody told me I'm going to get $2 million for the rest of my life. I'll be sign me up. Well, of course, the same investment firms that we're talking about actually put up the concerts. He's going to go back to putting up concerts again, like New Edition. He's going to put them back on the road. And he had the Frankie Beverly and Mays. Al Haymon is a businessman beyond comprehension. He knows how to get money from sponsors, investment firms, hedge firms, everything. That's why if you're looking to invest, you're looking to make something out of yourself, or looking to look at somebody who's a modeled person who don't need the internet, don't need his face out there, learn from Al Haymon. Every move he's made against all odds and all haters, because what he did was help all the small promoters make money. All the big time promoters like Top Rank, they ain't like Al. Al practices didn't fit them because it exposed too much to the fighters. Now the fighters is like, hey, y'all ain't getting all this money off me. I'm going to need this, this, and this. Jason, did you go to my message board? Go to my message, leave message in the YouTube page, and leave me your URL. Better yet, just go there and say, I didn't get my notification. So I can send you right on over to them. I know everybody gonna tell me I'm right about something I know I was right about already. I know I was right. I don't need them to tell me I was right. But thank you for telling me again. Everybody's been telling me that today. The outlaw said the same thing you said. You must then see the interview when Spice One said exactly what I said. I told you, y'all the ones that got to catch up. We already know. It's like, how many times do somebody need to be right before you say, well, man, maybe he is telling us the truth. But when somebody told me, they say people say that because they don't know. They don't know anything. And they mad they don't. They wish they was back in those times. Who's my source? What's up, Vegan Steven? Yeah, I'm only going to stay online for 3 more minutes. I gave y'all enough videos today. I got Fat Joe saving Allen Iverson's life. That's up right now. Retraction videos? What is this dude talking about? I have no idea what this dude is talking about. North Philly. Wow. That's a shock. We normally don't get too many people from Philly in here. But welcome. How is the Philly video somebody else's and it's a radio interview, doofus? It's a radio interview. So the person who put the video up of the radio interview, do you know that's air? That's free? And you know how many people have that? Jesus. How many Papoose videos did I do when I put over free Papoose freestyling? Didn't. Did everybody else not put one up? I did Papoose week and everybody was going through their vault to find a freestyle and throw up a Papoose interview, Papoose everything. Once they saw me blowing up off of it. You know, my Papoose video is at what? 1.4 million views. So much for your I Need DJ Academic, right? Stupid Magnupid. Rest in peace to Young Mozzie. I really didn't know him that well, but my man been shot up a lot of times before that. You know, it's sad that that's what it comes out to. Nah, that's probably it for today. You might get some on my movie channel, but as far as this channel for today, you're overloaded. I got like 6-7 videos done already. Now I'm finna do some me time. Well, see, the thing is, you're dealing with a situation with Conor McGregor, and then you got Conor, then you got Floyd. Now you got, what's her name, Christine Leahy talking about I hear my sources are telling me Floyd's not having a good camp. Who talking to you? Ain't nobody talking to you. Nobody talking to no Christine Leahy about no boxing. She wouldn't know if sparring was going great or outstanding. You mean the guy you sucked off told you how the camp was going? That what happened? Your physical trainer told you? She just want to have something to talk about. Oh, what's up, Cap Tears? I might do that. I might do one over there today because Donald Trump did do something crazy today. So we will definitely be probably making a video for that over there on that page. Christine Leahy, I told you, she lived 15 minutes away from my house. She's from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Well, I don't know how. It's only probably like 2 blacks over there. Oh, the Dolphins are retarded for what? Getting Jay Cutler? He didn't even want to play for them. He was just like, look, my wife told me to do it. It's $10 million. You better go to work. I want to be an NFL wife again. Get your butt out there. So he was like, all right, let me get out of there. See, everybody agreed that last season's Ray Donovan was just ridiculous. So now they want to try to revamp the show and get some writers back in there. They got whole new writers in there now, and now they're going to have the characters actually doing something. Because last season was just, it was such a mess that it didn't even make sense. It was just like, I don't even know what's happening with the show right now. But this season is back to some. This is like great writing. Now you're more interested because now the way they're writing the story, you got to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna do a Ray Donovan video, capping that up tomorrow. But yeah, I went and got an update on Floyd's camp and how he's looking at sparring. Floyd's looking great. You know, he wasn't looking outstanding, but now he's looking great. It's just that now when he's done out his workouts, he's a little bit more sore than he used to be. Ray Donovan's a great show. I'm sad that you slept on the first couple of seasons, but season 1 and 2 are epic. The ticket selling, people don't understand that the pricing that they set the tickets at, they don't have to sell that much. They don't have to sell out. This ain't like we got to sell the whole stadium out. Front row is like $100,000. It's $26,000 just to sit at a certain level. The pricing is so crazy. You know it ain't going to be a sellout. But you're going to get your money by selling out a quarter of the place. No, I'm not getting. I could get one, but I'm not getting a press pass. I'm getting one of the guys that write for the website. He's gonna get a press pass. Pay-per-view is probably gonna be $100. I'm going to the movie theaters to watch it because I know I'm not paying all that money. So the movie theaters, I heard, is like $40. Now, Conor McGregor, what he's doing right now in his camp is they're working on a new punch. Something that's supposed to hurt Floyd. They're working on gimmicks. They're thinking about the money. Putting on a show. Entertaining the fans. He's going to do Capoeira. Yeah. I actually seen the punch that they're going to work on. It's so stupid. He's going to go all the way kneel to the ground almost and try to shoot up from the ground. Jump in the air and punch Floyd. He's going to do a whole bunch of garbage that's not going to work. It's not going to work. All that stuff's going to do is get him tired. Floyd's going to let him exert himself. And then he wants to get Floyd on the ropes and tie him up and grab his arm and then punch him in the... He's like, if you grab his arm in the clinch... pull and then shoot right to the chest. They've been working on that move and setting a trap, trying to counter Floyd. I'm like, he better hope Floyd ages 55 years. But after, I couldn't see Floyd fighting like a Keith Thurman or Arrow at this point. I mean, this is probably it for him. This is it for Floyd. Floyd's not fighting again. This is it. His body physically won't allow him to do it. I've watched him before, and I told everybody, y'all thought I was trying to sell the fight. You just trying to sell the fight. I'm like, I don't have to sell this fight. This fight gonna sell itself. People gonna pay to see this. So I'm gonna just tell it to you what I seen. I know how Floyd is when he trains. I know when he's right and when he is struggling. I'm like, that's why you guys didn't see no more of him working out. When he went and did that open gym thing in the Tengus, it wasn't supposed to go that way. He's supposed to go on and y'all supposed to see that he Floyd and here he is starting his camp. Man, that was just him getting back in and getting that rust off, man. He had to get a massage every 10 seconds. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, I'm not used to seeing him like this. And I'm like, it's not right. I'm like, something's not right here. Or the age is finally catching up with him. And then he would start something and then stop that quick. I'm like, he ain't been working out at all. He got way too comfortable. He got really retired this time. He didn't stay as active as he always do. And I'm like, you know, your skill set is one thing, but physically, knowing what to do and physically being able to do it, those are two different things. And when you're a talent as much as you are in a sport, pretty soon that goes away. And your God-given ability is faded, and your time is come and gone. It's somebody else's time. That's why Floyd went and incorporated the name, the 49-1. He trademarked that too. 49-1, he got that trademark. It belongs to Floyd. But if Floyd did get knocked out, then everybody gonna call it the greatest fight of all time. This will be one of the greatest. This is one of the greatest fights of all time. All the people that was talking about the fight was a joke. Maybe we underestimated Conor. Conor McGregor. He did take up boxing in Ireland. He just chose to take the route of the UFC because it was paying more money. But in the heart, he was always a boxer. And a night on August 26th, he did what no boxer in the history of the world could do. They would spin that into gold in 10 seconds. They would spin that to gold. What's up, JJ? Oh, my cousin got the Batmobile. I just call it the Benzo. Oh. Woo. No, my cousin, what his car is, it actually looked like the Batmobile. He got a Corvette. So that's about it. I'm finna get out of here. Yeah, Benz with pleather. Yeah, it's not even fathomable. Still got the old poster boards. All right, everyone. What is his biggest fight? I don't understand. Like, big as far as opponent, big as in what? What do you want to know? What is his greatest fight? That's hard. To me, you mean the greatest? Like what? How great he looked in the fight? That's what I mean. Thanks, Kenyatta. You think Diego? A lot of people could say that. He looked great against Gotti. He looked even better against Gotti. Don't bring up that game. We got jobbed against Real Madrid. That's what happened. We got robbed. Didn't you see that? That was the sharpest I seen him. He was sharp against King Team. I told you what to do. You didn't do it. And neither did a lot of you. Go to my message area on my page where it says messages. Leave Carcino a message. Go in there and leave the fact that you're not getting notifications on my page. So I can send your URL over to them so that they can fix it. I like the Cotto fight. I like the he had to dig down deep in the Cotto fight. A lot of people didn't know he was sick. I'm an E-class man. But he was sick. Floyd was sick during the Cotto fight. He had a cold. Because people didn't know it was cold during that May. And he caught a cold out there running. He looked real sharp against Shane Mosley. He did some amazing things against Zab Judah. I mean, he did so many amazing things that it has blown my mind. I remember seeing it live, and I'm like, I can't wait to get home and watch it again, because I had it recorded. But of course, Pacquiao was his highest grossing fight until now. He finna make more money off this than he did in the Pacquiao fight. When they said he couldn't make no more money than Manny Pacquiao, here he is fighting another fight bigger than Manny Pacquiao. And Manny Pacquiao, where is he now? Same thing Floyd has always said. When you mention Floyd's name, you're talking about an all-time great. When you mention Manny Pacquiao's name, you're mentioning the guy you want to see fight Floyd Mayweather. That's it. That is completely it. Now I gotta go. We are about 20 minutes longer than what I wanted to do, but I'm glad I got to talk to y'all a little bit more.